everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a mix of like a lot of random stuff that I've gotten from like either book sales, half price books, or stores or whatever. Some of them I know a little bit of like what they're about, and some of them I do not. We're gonna start the age-old tradition of me talking about how I purchase a lot of books from this one particular author, and then half the time I forget to read them because there's so many books in the series. And I own a lot of her books. They're currently not with me, and I have a feeling that I'm probably never going to be able to get them back because I loaned them. Well, I didn't loan them. I left them with a friend of mine before college because I couldn't bring all my books with me, and I owned a lot of books, and I might have to repurchase some of them because either I didn't read them or they're a part of a series that I really, really love, and this is one of those series. So this is from Cassandra Clare. I believe I bought this at Walmart for really cheap. But this is the Red Scrolls of Magic. I'm pretty sure I technically own every single one of her books, even though most of them are probably long gone because this person has not given me my books back. And they've been saying that they were going to do that for like the past 4 years. Yeah, and this was also written with a co-writer, Wesley Chu, and it is the Elder Scrolls book 1. I think that there's another book as well, but yeah, I own almost every single one of her books, even like the side books. But yeah, so I believe this is, yeah, it's about Magnus, Bane, who I love, and Alec. And yeah, this is like their adventures and them doing their own thing. I believe that's Alec on the cover, and it's been a really long time since I read the books, and I really want to read them, and I'm in the process of rereading them and doing reviews on them, so it'll probably be a while before I get to this bad boy. So yeah, this is pretty much just like kind of like the Shadowhunter Academy series and like also the Bane Chronicles, where it's just a bunch of like short stories that are put together that are kind of like don't have to do with the main storyline of the Shadowhunter series. So I thought it was really pretty, and I like the cover. I like the old school style covers. I think the new ones look fine, but I like the older ones just because like the way that they shine. Like, look at that, look at it, it's so pretty. I hate the fact that there's a sticker on it though. I probably will never be able to get that off. Maybe. Will we get it off? No, I spoke too soon. Well, that's great. Yeah. So there's that one. And the next book I have here is, so funny story. My friend, she gave me a lot of her books, and I think I donated this book because her version was a little bit old and worn out. So I found this actually at the dollar store, which is kind of really sad, but yeah, it was at the dollar store because it also became a movie that I didn't know. But I love Lauren Oliver. She's one of my favorite authors. She wrote Delirium, the Delirium series. I love that series so much. I'm currently trying to reread it as well, but this is Before I Fall, and I got it because it was $1 and it was a little bit better in condition than the other one that my friend gave me. But yeah, now I own this book and it's on my to-do list of things to read. I didn't realize that it was going to become a movie soon. Yeah, so that's one of the books that I bought. I have no idea what it's about, so I'm sorry if I'm not giving you like enough details. Now, this is a book that my friend gave me, and I kept it because I didn't realize that this is actually like a really well-known book, Eat, Pray, Love, by Elizabeth Gilbert. And I have no idea what this book is about, but it's very, very well known. And she apparently bought it at thrift books. So she was trying to get rid of a lot of her stuff, and she was moving. She ended up moving to Tennessee, and she was like, I can't take all these books with me. So I kept a lot of them. Some of them I did donate, and she said that she was fine with that. I told her I couldn't keep everything because I was moving as well. So this is one of those books that I wanted to keep, so I have no idea what the heck it's about. And apparently it's also turned into a movie because every book is turned into a movie nowadays. So yeah. And then this one is a well-known TV show, and I know a little bit about it, but not a whole lot. I'm pretty sure I also got this I think I got this at Goodwill, actually. Did I? Yeah, I got this at Goodwill. It's the Pretty Little Liars series. I believe this is book number 1, right? This is the first book in the series. Somebody just donated it to Goodwill, and I bought it, and I was like, you know what? Might as well read it. The TV show is really popular. I've heard a lot of good things about this show, and I wanted to read the books. I just thought, might as well be interesting. So yeah, now I own that in my collection. And then the next one, which I do know sort of what this is about because I like this author. I've read her first book. It's a memoir book. And this is the second part to that book. And it got turned into a movie, but it's a really, really great book, the first book. So this is Jeanette Wall's Half Broken Horses, a true life novel. Now, she also wrote The Glass Castle, which Woody Harrelson stars in the movie version of it. And that book is so good. It's so good. Ugh, it's such a good book. I read it when I was in like high school, I think, or grade school. I think I was in high school, actually. That was a really great book. It's just basically, the first book is about her growing up with her parents, and her siblings. And this one, I believe, is kind of just like a continuation of that. But she writes memoirs, and I didn't know that she came out with a second book, and this I bought at a library when they were weeding out their collection. So yeah, I believe this is just like a continuation of her first book, pretty much. And I really wanted to read this because I never knew that she came out with a second book, and I was like, oh my god, I need to read it. The movie was good. I do like the movie, but I highly recommend you read the first book. And if this one is just as good, then I shall read it as well. So yeah. Yep, this is on my to be read list as well. I'm not a huge person about like up with biographies and memoirs and stuff like that, but like that book is an exception for me. This is another book that I got from that Weeding Collection library sale. It's called Maybe by Bent Boyan, author of the Burn Journals. So I think this is basically, it's an actual like little short story. It's very thin. I haven't read it yet. But yeah, it looked interesting. I like the fact that it had headlights. This just reminds me of like all those movies that you see with like the headlights and like the cars. But I thought it looked interesting. It's thin, and I probably should read it and finish it because it's not that long. But yeah, I got that book. And then I kind of regret getting this book. I did do a review on the first book, which is Legend by Marie Lu. And I did do a review on it a really long time ago. And then I ended up buying the second book. And I don't remember when I bought this, but I wanted to put this in here because I'm like, I might as well haul it anyway. And I kind of regret buying it because I didn't like the first book all too much. I feel like I wish I had read these books when I was younger, when they first came out. But I mean, I probably will end up reading this and I might have to get rid of it. I don't know yet. I do own the first book too as well. It's just not here with me. It's with that one friend that I told you about. So we shall see if I ever end up getting that stuff back, because there's one book that I always wanted to talk about on this channel. I have photos of it. And I feel like I want to do like a story time with you guys about these books in particular, because like there was one book that was so valuable and I found out how much it's actually worth. And I'm very pissed off that it's not here with me. So yeah. I also got another book from the Dollar Tree, and I got it because it's a classic, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my god, why would you want to read that? It's a classic. It was $1. Okay, don't judge me. But this is just the Moby Dick version. It's a lot. There's a lot in here. I mean, honestly, I don't even know why the heck I got this, because I'm not a huge like Moby Dick fan, and I know it's a lot about whales and sailing and all that stuff. But yeah, it's just a classic library book, and it was $1. So, you know, classic books are very expensive to buy. Okay, they're very expensive. This is another book that my friend gave me when she moved. It's from Virginia Woolf. It's To the Lighthouse. I've heard of Virginia Woolf. I've never heard of this book though. It's very thin. I probably should end up reading it. I like the art style. It kind of reminds me of, I forget what that painting is, but it's like a painting where like it's a bunch of little dots and it's like they're in the park, and I'm blanking out on the artist who did that, but it reminds me of this. It looks like this. Mixed with like, it kind of almost looks like Frankenstein a little bit, which I also own, which is also with that friend. And I've read Frankenstein. Frankenstein is a very, very good book. I don't know if I would ever do a review on it though. I thought it was a good novel. And then this is another one that she gave me as well. I never planned on ever owning this book or ever reading it, but she gave it to me for free. So yeah, we're not gonna complain. I did see the movie of this, and I thought that the acting was okay. It almost made me cry, but it didn't fully. My friend apparently got this at Target. I got it for free. It's The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I do plan on reading it at some point. I did watch the movie, like I said. But a lot of people have told me, like, oh, like, if you hadn't had seen the movie, like, it's one of those things that does make you cry. And I'm like, fair point. But even when it did come out, I didn't really want to read it to begin with because I was going through a lot of stuff. And because a lot of these books are mostly free and given to me, we're going to talk about another book that I got for free. So my school, because I was an English major, we had basically like these shelves that basically if you didn't want a book anymore, you could just put it on there and somebody else could pick it up and read it and somebody else could donate it. It was basically just free books for people to just go and get. Most of them were like just textbooks and stuff like that nobody really wanted to use. But I did find a couple of hidden gems every once in a while, and this was one of those. This is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bonnet. So I got Jane Eyre. And it's a library edition book, which I am very, very happy about. It's so cute and adorable, and it's so tiny, and it has the gold pages, and I love it. And then it has the little tassel thing. I'm such a sucker for things like this. Like, I am ridiculously a sucker for stuff like this. But I haven't read it yet, and I probably should. But yeah, this is like those library edition books that like I've seen in professors' classrooms where they normally have like a cover on them, and then they have a little sailboat thing. I'm very weird when it comes to books. The fact that I know about this is really weird. But yeah, so those are a lot of the books that I own. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys for sticking through this and watching all of these, even though I don't know half of these books what they're about. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that, you know, you like content like this, and subscribe because I'm trying to post more videos as often as I can. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all you guys in the next video. Bye!